Today I'm going to do the top 5 things I love about De Young Museum. Alright, so we're at the De Young. One of the really cool things you'll see at the museum is this weird wall structure. You'll see it varies. This part has holes, and you can see it's getting really dense here. They're really small holes. So the whole building is kind of with this really interesting architectural style. Here we got bumps, so this is kind of a textured, let's see if you can see from the side. Yeah, you can really see the side there, how textured that is. So it's a really kind of a fun, from a textural sense, building. From a practical sense, less practical. I'll go that over my top worst things about the De Young, but from a texture side, it's really fun. I think with little kids, you're going to have really fun with the texture of this building. Alright, so one of the plus sides to the De Young is it's actually in the Golden Gate Park, and as you see as I turn, is really great park. There's a lot of different fields. There's soccer fields, there is greenhouse, there's Japanese gardens, there's a lot of other stuff you can go to besides the museum or after the museum, so it's really nice balance to your day. You can see one museum and then kind of walk through a nice park. So from that standpoint, I think it really stands out as a museum being in a park. So. Alright, one of the great things that the De Young does well is native art. So they cover really broad areas of Africa, the Americas, and oceanic art. So in America they have 800 sculptures and 3,000 art objects. They cover various different cultures from Mesopotamia, the Andes, Mayan, West Mexico, and in Southwest United States. They cover the Pueblo Indians and also Navajo, as well as specific Northwest Indian groups. Now in Africa they cover primarily the sub-Saharan areas. So these include Mali, Ghana, Songye, and what's interesting, they have one of the oldest wood sculptures dating all the way from the 13th century, so that's pretty old. Obviously wood doesn't last too long, so it's very unusual to have a work that long, especially from that area. The third group they cover really well is the oceanic arts. So this is all of Micronesia all the way to Indonesia. So they have 70 different artworks covering primarily Trobriand Islands, Indonesia, and New Guinea. And that's all I have for that native art. Another great feature of the De Young is the Hudson River School of Art. So this was a mid-19th century American landscape artist, and it was all focused around Romanticism of the landscape around the Hudson River Valley, area like Catskills, Adirondack, and the White Mountains. Some of the founders in the group were Thomas Cole, Arnold Durand, Frederick Edwin Church, John Frederick Kensett. And the movement was generally popular after World War I when there was a lot of nationalism. And then in the 60s it became less popular. So probably every time there's kind of, a wave of American nationalism, this group kind of flashes forward as far as being popular. Nowadays it's probably not going to come back unless you have a really huge surge of nationalism. Although who knows with Trump, right? All right, that's my take. Alright, one of the cool things of the De Young Museum is the exhibition hall for special exhibits. It's downstairs, and the basement. You pay a separate price, so you can only see the exhibit if you want to, versus seeing the whole general mission and the exhibit like at SF MoMA. So this is a much better deal. So you can just see a special exhibit, which a lot of people like. Of course, you've got year-long membership. You get that as well. They redecorate the whole space each time. They had like Cult of the Museum, Cult of the Machine, which I reviewed earlier. They've had Picasso, Turner, Egypt, Teotihuacan. So you have a lot of really good exhibitions in this space.